We're live.
All right.
Welcome everybody to the pre-show. We're giving everyone a chance to get the notifications. All y'all on those Android devices, y'all didn't run y'all's updates, giving y'all a chance.
No, you didn't.
Get those
Don't do that.
notifications and different things like that. All of y'all that are on iPhone, iOS, y'all already got the update, and y'all probably already getting ready to tap in now. Definitely appreciate y'all. Welcome to episode 246, and we're gonna have a jam-packed show for you all today. We're gonna be on the pre-show for exactly 7 minutes to give y'all a chance to file in, get a chance to get you a drink, a little bit of a bubbly or whatever it is you like to drink right now, and grab a seat, grab a drink, and be along for the ride. And then we'll get our introductions and everything out the way once we get the show started, and then we'll have a fun show today.
Well said. Oh wow! Don't even have to. Okay, this looks good. Okay. All right. You guys can y'all can talk.
Got my Bob Ross shirt on today. Shout out to my boy Bob Ross, Happy Tree University. And shout out to all my Bob Ross fans out there.
What kind of trees we talking about?
Trees.
Trees that you hug?
Trees.
No, he's talking trees that you can be on cloud nine.
Nah, see, I ain't talking about all that. Nobody trying to go to Pluto.
Listen, they're not happy trees.
Shit, my black ass.
HTU, Happy Tree University.
They're not happy. They're not happy. They're just joyful.
This man said he trying to go to Pluto.
Yeah.
I know. I need to hit the dispensary tomorrow. Definitely gonna need it for Christmas Eve.
Who are you telling? Who are you telling?
What's going on? Let's see.
It's been a while since I smoked some.
What's going on, Willis? We got your comments coming through on YouTube. I don't know what's been going on the past few weeks, but it looks like our YouTube chat role is working this week. Miss Angel, how you doing? Miss Angel's in chat.
I'm good. I'm just saying hi to them. It's me, Ziggy.
Well, you're supposed to say you can say hi.
Willis said I got to see Darby versus Will match live and got a Hurt Syndicate shirt.
I wish I could show you the picture that Willis sent me. I'm gonna say it live. Thank you, Willis. Thank you for that picture. I love it. My baby girl Willow. I love it.
Man, Bobby had to slap Ricochet on the back of his head like that, bro. That was he little broed that man.
No, he sunned him. He sunned him.
Why you had to slap him off the back of his bald head?
Everybody in here had that moment when their mama grabbed him like, "You're not treated, shut up. You're not treated, shut up." He did that on those moments. But I'm gonna ask this.
Out of here.
Pre-show. It's a pre-show. I'm gonna ask this. How are we liking this this heel turn from Ricochet? How are we liking this?
I love it.
I love it, bro.
Oh man, it's him. It's him. He's a little weirdo dude. That's all.
It reminded me what they were trying to do with Cedric, but they wouldn't let him cook. But they're gonna get it right with Ricochet. So
they're taking their time with it. That's the good thing.
Taking their time with it.
Yeah,
like Miss L said.
Yeah, because the way that match went on Collision, I was like, yeah, this is not how I thought it would be. Like they teased us with the old Will Ricochet style match, but the ending, I at all the matches I've seen those two wrestle, I never seen the ending with them doing that. So that was good. Right. I loved it.
Yeah, that's true.
Did you see the video of Will confronting him backstage?
Yes, I did. Yes, I put on my TikTok. Yes, I did.
I did. Yes, that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I don't want to say shocking, but it was just like, okay. I was waiting for Will to just kind of punch him in the face or something, but we didn't get that.
Ricochet cursing is him trying too hard to me though.
Really?
I think that's the point.
Yeah, he's trying too hard. I mean, I get it though. I get it. But he's like, "Don't be talking shit to me like that. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth." I was like, "What the fuck?" All right, okay, all right. see what this is going. I think we got a lot of stories coming off of this Congress Classic, just like last year. So I'm definitely enjoying this year Congress Classic. That's one there. Kind of confusing.
Once again, we got 3 minutes left until showtime. Once again, if y'all hadn't already, as y'all are filing in, make sure y'all hit the like button on whatever platform you're watching this on, and we'll get the show started in 3 minutes.
Almost done.
Outside of wrestling, though, how y'all feeling? Just in general, how's everybody feeling? What's the temperature in the room right now? How we feeling right now, y'all?
I can't wait for Christmas to be over.
I'm straight.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm straight.
That's good. Okay,
I'm straight.
Terrific.
It's a loaded question. It's a loaded question.
I already did my Christmas shopping, so I'm just ready to rock. That's it for me.
Chris, big chilling. All right, I see you.
I can't wait.
Ziggy, Chris put me on the naughty list, so he didn't buy me anything this year. You need to talk to him about that.
First of all, what did you do?
I
don't know. Chris was always picking on me. You know what? He gives me and Ziggy the most grief, and we don't know why. Like we do the woe chant with him.
You just gotta beat him in Tekken, and then he'll get you something.
Oh, that was epic. Ziggy, I'm sorry. Chris whooped your ass.
We started this.
I have beat him in Tekken.
I mean, he whooped your ass and made it publicly known he whooped your ass.
Y'all Tekken players?
But not only that, though, like I was a witness enforcer, and I felt so bad for Ziggy. He pulled out Asuka. He pulled out Triple H.
Whoa,
he pulled out like.
Now? Hold on now.
No, he did. I mean, he got some rounds in, but the thing is,
pretty good.
No. Here's the thing. He got some rounds in, but he had to go back to Triple H, aka Paul. Because
karate Triple H.
So once I started noticing like his movements, his activities, I say, yeah, now I know how to beat his ass now. And I mean, he gave me a run for my money. That's
Angel's like, what's going on in here? Why is it so tense? I said, hold on now.
Tense. It's tense. It was man.
That's competition right there. That's
yes. And I loved it. I was here for it.
And once again, this is what y'all are missing out on if y'all are not a part of our Discord. This is what we do.
Period.
We have game nights. We're starting to have game nights in Discord and everything like that. Fortnite, Tekken, whatever else y'all got.
Mm-hmm.
Mario Kart. I don't know, Mario Party, whatever everybody
Mario
got.
Kart.
All
right, y'all. We got 60 seconds left to showtime.
I am a chicken shit, but you ain't gonna whoop my ass. That's the thing.
Damn.
Who called you chicken shit? There's no. Chris.
This ball. Wait. This ball motherfucker named Brady on Facebook.
Shout out to everybody on Facebook.
Listen,
hi, people on Facebook.
Shout out to you. All right. Okay, I think I'm ready. What's going on, Tay? From Facebook, how you doing? I personally wanted to invite you in here because I know that you a WWE stan. So I wanted to really have you come on here. Matter of fact, I'm going to have you come on the show one of these days, hopefully. Yes.
Question.
What happened?
Question. I look at the comment side. Are we just seeing the YouTube comments?
Yeah.
I'm looking at Facebook right now. That's why I got my phone. Yeah.
I only see the YouTube.
Yeah. No, I got y'all.
Well, it's probably. I think we connected it after we went. I don't know. We should be good for the next stream.
Yeah, I got y'all. I can read some of the comments.
Is this the first time you guys used this one, or wasn't it Yard Stream last time, or was it this one?
No, we always been using this. Yeah.
Okay. Maybe it was just Smirk that uses the yard one.
StreamYard.
Yeah.
Why you got to be bald? I mean,
don't like
you are bald.
Don't like StreamYard no more.
Well, all I have to say is me upgrading my phone. Like this is working out way better than last time.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Say that.
As something.
Gotta remember not to pick something.
Okay.
That was me. My bad.
Oh, I thought you fell for a minute. Like you lucky.
No, I hit the table with my knee.
Lucky. We clip things like that around here. You.
See, this is why I'm smart and I don't have my camera on. Yes.
Well, all right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get everything kicked off, and we'll see y'all after the intro and a short message.
Most definitely.
Ain't nothing sweet around here.
Hold up, hashtag Heels4Lyfe. Wanna welcome everybody, yeah, we gotta get it hype. Hey, every week talking wrestling, we get into it. Current events, even guests that we're interviewing. Put the smack down, you can't ignore. The best you gon' find anywhere online. Tell the competition they about to get clothesline. Hold up, hashtag Heels4Lyfe. Let's go.
Faces better be in the heel. And I don't ever care how they feel. It's cool being faces better be in the heel. And they don't wanna see me in the field. It's cool being faces better be in the heel.
Let them feel that heel heat. Heels4Lyfe the club, yeah, it's too sweet. Big boots, we put heels to face. We are Heels4Lyfe, everybody's great.
What's going on, wrestling true believers? It's a great day in Simmons. My name is Chris from the hashtag Heels4Lyfe, coming back at y'all once again. I know it's been a minute since we've been on YouTube. We've been concentrating on TikTok, but once again, in 2025, trust me, we are going to go back to code. We are going to go back to basics. Me and my colleagues, we just been, our schedules has been really fucked up this year. So, but there's no excuse, because we are here to entertain you guys every week, and we are going to get back to code next year. But tonight, everybody, episode 276, on the road to 300.
Yes,
we got some shit to talk about, y'all. A lot of shit to talk about. Remember to subscribe, share, and like this podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms. Woo! A lot to talk about.
Sound like you made it sound like it's a lot with that.
It is. Like, listen, 2024 for me personally. First of all, I want just to give a shout out to you and Ziggy for holding it down for me when I wasn't here. Everybody knows also I've been dealing with some health issues, whatever, and I'm getting that under control. And I feel 10 times better. Changing my eating habits, you know what I'm saying, and making important decisions for my life or whatever. I know that I'm a very important figure in the wrestling community, and my work is not done. I mean, I came a long way. We have came a long way on this platform, and we made some good friends, collaborators. Like, we really did a lot of work this year, and I am so proud of y'all for just sticking with me on this journey. It has not been an easy journey. I'm not gonna lie. It's been very draining, but we have Angel and Miss South with us. They are my collaborators. They are my mods over there on TikTok. I appreciate you guys for just giving us a chance just to be in your life. Like, I really do appreciate y'all, and the people that's in the comment section. Willis, you being one of our contributors for our pay-per-views. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be watching any pay-per-views. So I really do appreciate you helping our subscribers watch the shows or whatever. And saying, going into 2025 now, everything is going to be moved over to HBO Max for the AEW pay-per-view. So yeah, it's just shit's crazy. But yeah, I thank you.
No problem at all, man. It's just one of those things where you can't do things alone, and you can't suffer in silence. So that's where you lean on your boys, you lean on your teammates, you lean on your brothers, and they're supposed to pick you up. So that's what we're here for.
Matter of fact, shout out to Skrilla. I still can't stand your black ass. Shout out to you with the blue check mark. Now you think you doing something or whatever.
You verified.
Bring your black ass back to our platform so we can talk to your ass. But shout out to Skrilla. I love Skrilla. Skrilla, my nigga, though.
You have something to say, Tone?
Man, we getting a little emotional before Christmas, but yeah, man. Listen. I told y'all fellas this before. I was never considering myself as a podcast. I learned a lot from Zig. I learned a lot from Chris. One day, Zig, hopefully 2025, make the year I finally get to meet you face to face. This has been a good year for us, man. I think we grew number wise. I think we grew professionally. I think we out there now. We got deals from Pro Wrestling Tees. I never thought I'd see one of my designs in Pro Wrestling Tee. Getting our faces out there every different way, TikTok, Twitter, going to these shows, into independence or mainstream. And now we're talking about we on the road to 300. And I think I've been only a part of at least 100 of them. So y'all made me focus on this. You son of... And since you got the belt, I got an idea for you fellas. I want to make sure that I have both of y'all when y'all hear this. So we promised these people more content next year. So I'm thinking of doing a special video about title belts. The good, the bad, the ugly title belts.
This one is definitely not ugly. Ooh, damn, you still got that car smell.
That's a beautiful right there. That's a beautiful belt right there. But yeah, like I said, man, y'all guys been my brothers for the past 2-3 years. So let's keep it going. Let's go for 1,000 subscribers. Let's go for 600 episodes. I don't know. Let's just keep growing, man. Let's just keep growing.
So, Chris, you mentioned Mid-South and Angel. Before we bring them on, what can you say about? Let's go with Mid-South first. What can you say about this gentleman, Mid-South?
Mid-South, when I met him about a year ago, I didn't know what to make of him. I said, "Is this man dull, or what the fuck? What's up with him?" His passion, his knowledge about the business, and he's only 44, is very valuable to us. You know what I'm saying? Because like we look for individuals that can have a lengthy dialogue when they're talking wrestling. And one thing about Mid-South is Mid-South knows his shit, and he is very valuable to this platform. And every time we need him, he is there. When we need to do the show, he's there. When we're doing the cookout, he is there. He's always been contributing this whole entire year, and I do definitely appreciate him. And also, he did not have to do this though, but we are going to have a live cookout at his house in Texas for All In Texas next year in July. So
it's gonna be crazy.
Shout out to Mid-South.
All right, and then next we have Angel. What can you say about Angel before we bring them both on?
Angel is my yin and my yang. She is literally the polar opposite of me. She is evil, but she's sweet. She is loudmouth, but she's sassy, and I like it. She's also my secretary because she shielded me from a lot of shit. She is literally my conscience. She is literally my spokesperson. She does my paperwork. She did not need to do all of this, and I met her in the political space, in Asha's political space, whatever that we were doing. And for some reason, me and her just got really, 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 really close. And here we are, and she is part of our family. So shout out to her. And she just, I don't deserve Angel, but Angel is just a godsend, and I appreciate her. So to you, Miss South Angel, I thank you. Thank you so much. I love you.
And y'all heard it. Y'all heard the man. Y'all heard Chris. We are bringing on Miss South and Angel. So welcome to episode 246 of #Heels4Lyfe Wrestling Podcast. Miss South and Angel, give it up for our panelists of the evening.
Hello, guys. And I say hello.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yes.
It's a Christmas miracle.
Yes.
I think this is the first time I've seen your face.
This is my first time. Girl.
You only saw pictures. I know. Tio gets all this.
We just made history, y'all. We just made history. 2 cents.
I know. I wanted to come say hi, so I thought I would come say hi. And like Chris over here making me like all cry and shit. So I know. I'm like, I am mean. I'm sweet. I can be sweet. I can be kind. I don't know. Like, I'm just me. But I appreciate it. He is my yin to my yang. Like, y'all balance me. You guys saved me this year. Like, no joke. Like, I've been through a lot. 2024 was like, I told Chris, like the year of hell, I guess. But like, we bounced back. Like, we bounced back. We came back and we're like, bam, like we're gonna kill it this year. I don't have to watch my words, thank God. But no, like 2025 is the year of Heels4Lyfe, y'all. Like, let's go. Like, we're doing it.
And Angel, what can the folks find you, for those that maybe not be on TikTok that are seeing you for the first time? What can they follow you?
I don't have a wrestling Instagram, but I'm always on like, I'm gonna move the camera because you guys like the light. Sorry. I'm mostly on Twitter. Like, I'm on Twitter right now. I'm trying to get over to Blue Sky. Like, I'm trying to get over to all the other ones. So like TikTok right now is it. I haven't really dived into the other ones to create much over there. So right now it's either TikTok or Twitter. Like, that's the only two. I keep the other ones private just because of my job. Like, I work for a hospital and stuff. So yeah, like I keep that stuff private. And a lot of my like my family and everything, most of them are wrestling fans, but they don't deal like much with social media.
Understood.
And so I try to keep everything like over there private. But there's a few people that are on my private IG, like those that I trust and that are very, very good. Hey guys. So yeah.
Mr. Miss South, what can the folks find you at, sir?
Mid South NWA on TikTok. That's about it. That's the only thing I really give out.
Okay, understood.
Wow. Cool. Miss South always got the evil lair sit. You got to have the hands crossed, sit back.
Very assertive. Like, look,
what's going on in his head right now?
I do have a message from Angel from Bradley on Facebook. He said,
all right, what you got, Chris?
He said that, Angel, you look like a supermodel. No offense.
Oh no. Oh no. I appreciate it, but no, I'm so far from it. Little Latina. Like, you guys saw my ancestry, so I'm like mixed with a lot of stuff, but no. Far from supermodel, but thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh, don't listen to her.
What's up?
Don't listen to her. She's a supermodel in her own little way. So
I'm a villain in my own little way.
I think that's all of us, right? All right, so let's get this shit kicked off.
Kicked off, bro.
Woo! 2024 in pro wrestling. What can I say? So it goes all the way back to January.
Mm-hmm.
So start with The Rock. What has The Rock really contribute to WWE? Did he really say WrestleMania? he
No.
really say WrestleMania 40?
No.
I don't think so.
Not
Because guess what? It's just it hasn't been. It wasn't modified. It was just really fucked up. Because number one, we were supposed to get Cody versus Roman, but then Rock interjected himself in the storyline and said, "Hey, I'm going to take over from here. Yeah, it's going to be me and Roman because this is tribal by combat." And what I was really shocked about is that 24 hours later, the fucking internet just went into a frenzy. Everybody was crying. Everybody had tissue.
Whoa!
Everybody was wiping their asses. I mean, it was just crazy. Never seen anything like that in the history of
I don't think it
nigga.
was crying.
Oh,
I don't think
baby,
it was crying.
Oh no,
That,
it was
that
crying.
hence.
It was, but I
Cody
think it was because
Crybaby.
we never seen that before. Like we all had seen the rules of the Royal Rumble win like go into play. And like we never seen someone come in and say, "Hey, we're not doing this. I'm taking it from you and you're not going to have your opponent." So like we've never seen that before out of how many years, and we all knew like The Rock signed this huge TKO contract and all of a sudden it's like, I'm going to use my power and abuse it and pull something away from Cody. Thank you.
So
Comment. Sorry, I'm like reading them. So I don't blame the fans for being upset because I'll be honest, I was one of those fans that was upset, but I'm not a Cody fan. So I do think like The Rock didn't save anything in my opinion. He created more of a mess. I know, right? We got to do it. Like, whoa.
I would say,
come on, Chris.
I would say the beginning of it, the beginning of the situation, we was all upset because one, we had a feeling that Rock and Roman was gonna happen back in June, right? But then we go to Royal Rumble and Cody won, so we was like, okay, we go finish this damn story and get over with. Next thing you know, Rock come on SmackDown and says, or Cody said, it's not my time yet, but somebody else's. And 24 hours later, it got like 700,000 thumbs down on YouTube within 24 hours. Not 24 hours, within.
And they hit the thumbs down.
They did.
Thumbs down, right?
They did.
So, but when I come and said it kind of each week it got interesting from the fact of we had people actually saying we want Cody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we got a version of Rock we haven't seen since 1996.
The final boss.
I mean, talking about the most electrifying shirts with sleeves off this time. The interest
with his fake Versace
and
for the silk shirts.
The thing with Rock gave the WWE wrestlers a little cheat code, but I don't think they're using it. But he used the internet for his advantage. Like this dude was cursing and all this stuff and saying all this stuff to the point that we was interested in what is he gonna do next. Now with Cody,
shout out to Tim Farmer. What's up, Tim?
What's up, Tim?
The one thing it did tell us about was that big gold belt. How they disrespected that big gold belt is Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
In one promo, probably his best promo of Roman Reigns, he disrespected Seth Rollins and that title in one segment. That's the only thing I could get out of this. Like everybody said, WrestleMania, the story probably was a mess from the get-go, but did they fix it to the point that we was interested in Rock being a heel? That's probably it. That's probably it because we didn't see it in a long time. Everything else was we already knew was gonna happen. It was predictable. Cody's gonna finish.
Get on up here, Miss Out. What you got, bro?
So I was just sitting here thinking about this, and can you repeat the question one more time so I can make sure I'm answering this correctly? About Rock.
Did Rock
and
say?
Hopefully we're getting.
He asking you, Chris.
Who, me?
Yeah, he wants you to repeat the question.
To start the segment.
So the segment is we're discussing all of 2024 in pro wrestling. So it doesn't matter. You can start from January, February,
No, I'm trying to stay on subject because you said
Did The Rock
what did The
save?
Rock?
Oh,
Did he save
did The Rock
Mania?
contribute?
Did he save WrestleMania according to him?
To answer your
okay.
question directly, the answer is no. But
Well, I mean, I knew that.
but is it his fault? So
Yes.
no,
Yes,
it's not his fault. It is not his fault.
Because nobody
solely.
told his black. Excuse me.
Let me
I'm sorry,
tell
you're not even black. I'm sorry.
Let me tell you what I was just sitting here thinking about and contemplating. It is.
What the hell was that?
I'm sorry, Angel. You'll get used to
I
it.
blame several people, in this puzzle piece, mainly because Cody Rhodes should have finished his story well before WrestleMania, and here's why.
Well, he cooking. Go ahead,
The actual draw
Mm.
for at least the last 3 years has always been Rock versus Roman. That's what we should have got. I don't care how many people didn't want to see it now. The reason why those people didn't want to see it anymore is because the Cody Rhodes story continued and just continued. He got screwed because he didn't win at WrestleMania last year, so they wanted him to do it this year. And they dragged their storyline out, which made people no longer want to see Roman versus Rock. They wanted to see Cody finish his story. Cody could have finished his story literally at the Royal Rumble. It could have been Cody versus Roman.
Period.
WrestleMania should have been what we wanted it to be for the last 3 years, and that's Rock versus Roman for the head of the table. But it was ruined. And now no one wants to see it. No one cares. And if Rock comes back, that's where they're going. They're going to try to find a way to make us care, make us want to see Rock versus Roman again. And I don't think it's going to work.
I was just about to ask you, do we want to see that now?
No.
9 years ago, we did.
Not personally.
Not 9 years ago.
It's
because
too late.
we no longer care about the head of the table. The bloodline feud, I guess the Civil War and all this other stuff that they're throwing at us is somewhat interesting, but no one cares about who the leader of it is anymore.
I know my ass don't. I don't even care.
I feel like it's irrelevant at this point because we all know that really, like, if we look at the new bloodline, it's not really Solo, it's Jacob. And then at this point, like, I'd rather see Jacob versus Roman, to be honest. Like, we had 9 years to see Rock versus Roman. We could have seen that when Roman started, when he got the red necklace at the beginning, and we could have had it then. Like, I think it's just excuses at this point for them to say, oh, well, he was doing movies, he was doing this, and he was doing all of it now. Like, what's the difference?
To me, just let me say this one thing. To me, the most interesting match is Jacob versus Solo. And that's for Jacob to destroy Solo and take over leadership. That's the only story I care about in the entire storyline.
First of all, get out of my head, because that's what I was about to say.
Really?
Yeah, I agree.
Because what's interesting about this year about the bloodline was when Jacob came in and stole the thunder within 4 minutes.
Which we forecast, by the way.
Yeah,
by the way, within 4 minutes, this dude super kicked Randy Orton, super kick Cody Rhodes, ate a super kick, destroyed Kevin Owens, went on the top ropes, destroyed Cody Rhodes into the announce table. And for the whole week, we talked about Jacob Fatu. For those that didn't know who he was, for people that did know who he was, all that stuff was talking about Jacob Fatu. We totally forgot about Solo was the leader or the new head of the table for at least almost a month. Almost a month until he got that SummerSlam match, right? Jacob, I think if Solo fails this Monday, and I'm calling it right now, this Monday night on Netflix, he fails.
No, that's
next week. No,
it's the first episode of Netflix.
Also, what you're saying, I got you.
Right, that's what the match gonna happen. The tribal combat. Solo fails that. This is Jake's opportunity to beat the shit out of him and take over. And Solo going beg to get back with the original bloodline. I've been wanting this ever since. I'm looking at Solo. Solo loved this man too much. He's gonna do a crime of passion on this dude. Like, I love you, Solo, but then he gonna beat his ass. I don't know. I just see it that way. That's how I mean.
That's probably what was gonna happen anyway.
Right,
but with Bronson Reed getting hurt.
Oh yeah.
That part.
Because Bronson was cooking.
He was. And the crazy thing is that he fits very well in this new bloodline.
I
He
think
fits very, very well. Like, I didn't even expect for him to fit that well, but he does. Now, going back to the whole Cody winning that WrestleMania, and Antonio can tell you because we were staying in the same house. Man, I didn't even see that goddamn celebration. I took my fat ass right upstairs and said, okay, time for my flight. You know what I'm saying? I think Cody this year, just that was a bland ass WrestleMania moment. It was a WrestleMania moment regardless, but it was just, it didn't feel real. It didn't feel like WrestleMania 20. It didn't feel like WrestleMania 12. It didn't feel like the ones that really stood out to you. It was just like, it felt edited. It just scripted. It's just like, it didn't have no emotion. And then followed after that, like, Cody has literally had probably one of the worst title reigns in recent memory. But once again, you have the moist ass people, you know, in PWI or Sports Illustrated that thinks that he was Man of the Year or Time Magazine Man of the Year.
Can't lie.
He's the politician of the year.
Of course he is. He's Homelander.
Yes,
he's Homelander.
This is the thing about WrestleMania. We call it the end game, right? We saw everybody come to the portal and do all that. That was fun. The ending of it. Hear what I'm about to say. It was fun.
No, it wasn't.
At the end of it, we just looking like, okay, so what's next?
Yeah.
What's next? We got to this point. What's next?
And they didn't have anything.
They had nothing. It seemed like like the night after WrestleMania, they're trying to make it seem it was a big deal with Triple H doing a little video vignette for him and stuff like that. No, because we all know what's going to happen. And we said this on here. We said it on TikTok. We said every person can hear it. You're about to face all of Roman's leftovers. He getting his sloppy seconds.
I said that
he did.
Times.
His sloppy seconds, right? Was he lying? You faced AJ Styles. Did Roman face AJ Styles?
I mean, he literally did. He literally faced all of the leftovers. What's going on?
I've been saying this all year long. I've been saying it all year long. There were no credible contenders for the world title after Roman beat all of them. Some of them he beat twice. Made no sense.
Except Gunther. He never fought Gunther, if I remember correctly.
Right.
Did he? Yeah, and I feel like that should have been the very first opponent for Cody.
Hey, and that's why that secondary world title means absolutely nothing to me.
Exactly.
With zero lineage.
Even if Gunther has the title, it still doesn't mean anything.
That title is still fifth to me.
Because of what they did with Seth.
Right, until
I was going at the same time though, tell me how many Roman Reigns title matches was at the beginning of the show. Tell me how many Roman Reigns matches was not involved in the main 4 pay-per-view. He's the WWE champion. Why wasn't he on Survivor Series? Roman was in every.
That's an interesting question.
Come on, like this is.
He's not a full timer anymore.
And that's the crazy thing. And you're the full time guy. We see the belt every week, and you kissing babies and all this stuff. We saw a half an hour intro of you walking your damn dog.
So that bothered me. That bothered me. The fucking damn dog got more TV time than fucking Carmelo Hayes. And one thing that pissed me off more than anything this year is that Triple H is still the fucking big nose fucking racist that we know and love. Hate to say it, but he is. I'm like, you can't sit up here and tell me that you're not a racist, but you have racist tendencies. You have been doing this for God knows how long and said that, hey, I only see talent, I don't see color. Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, I totally agree. That's why Carmelo Hayes have not been on one of your pay-per-views in recent months. The last time we seen him, I think it was the last pay-per-view.
Last time you saw him in pay-per-view. Last time you saw Carmelo Hayes in pay-per-view was Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I was gonna say yeah.
Because
he hasn't been on a pay-per-view.
Hell, they only have 5 matches on him now.
No, he was on Survivor Series. He was a triple threat match.
Yeah,
he match for the United States title.
Yeah,
it was him. It was him and Andrade at LA Knight.
Oh yeah, that's right. I thought it was somebody else.
Bring up
so do we have faith in Triple H going into 2025 like we did going in, like, because I feel like we kind of had like faith in him in the middle of 2023 going into like 2024, and then all of a sudden just like it fell flat.
No.
And then like we had people going, "Oh, it's picking up," but then like nothing. I feel like it's just whatever.
We had a nostalgia feeling.
Yeah,
he did great in NXT, and everybody remember what NXT
did he though? Like we were just talking about that on Chris's thing, and people were like, "Well, on NXT he had Dusty, he had Regal. So really, was it really Triple H that created like the Black and Gold era, or was it the other two individuals that really created Black and Gold era? Because I feel like it was the other two now. Thinking
Regal
about it,
one and on this platform, I always said this: it was Dusty, it was Regal going to the indie shows. The only thing I give Triple H credit is he know how to politic those phone calls to Dave Meltzer. he was trying to take over the indie scene in the UK. Those are the only trips he was going to mostly, right? He went to ICW, he went to Rev Pro, he went to Progress. Those places.
Gutted those promotions,
right? Mm-hmm. That's why I said people only see the big name, which was Triple H when it comes to the NXT Black and Gold, but they don't see the Dusty Rhodes who helped people with their promos, who William Regal helped them with their technical work. Now Triple H, he helped them with the camera work. It's documented. He helped Finn. Hey, when you do the entrance, you look at the camera like this.
Where did he get all that from?
Vince.
I'm gonna be real with you. Regal, the last few years, Regal, yes, but the two original people that made NXT what it was Dusty Rhodes, and a lot of people are gonna hate me when I say this, or hate the person, Bill DeMott.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the two people.
Don't laugh and matter.
That's right. Those are the two people that made NXT what it became back then.
I would have said Bill DeMott for Florida Championship Wrestling.
Well, I mean,
that's still a carryover.
Sure, you can say that. But his principles moved to NXT.
When it comes to his principles, I doubt it. Because some of his principles let some of the best wrestlers leave that company because of his principles.
Well, I mean, you just taking the one thing, him being too aggressive. Don't forget about all the other things, because remember he did the exact same stuff in WCW, which led to his job in WWE. So he was at WWE for a very long time, teaching the exact same way. And what got the world changed, and that ended up hurting him because of all the other stuff that popped up on it. So I don't want to totally discredit him. But I was gonna say Norman Smiley, because Norman
Smiley, that's a very good one.
DeMott brought Norman Smiley in, if I'm not mistaken.
Dusty
did? Okay.
Dusty brought Norman Smiley.
One of them did. One of them did.
That's a good one, man.
When Regal brought, I forgot her name. She was like one of the best female wrestlers in the
Sarah Del Rey. What's her name?
Yeah.
Sarah.
So it's a lot of things like, but we're going but that's what I think everybody was thinking about with Triple H when he took over.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, a lot of shit fell because a lot of people that swear they WWE fans don't watch NXT. And when you think about it, everybody he tried to bring back, the Crosses, the Giant Garganos, where was the pop? Where was that NXT pops? That they got at the WrestleMania, all that stuff.
It's weird because we're still talking about the same the same issue since 2000.
Mm-hmm.
How long ago has this been? Like it seems like this is not. There's a gray area that WWE does not want to admit. It's like we know them over here in NXT because we do watch NXT, right? So then they go to the main roster in crickets.
Is that a WWE problem or is that a fan problem?
I think it's both.
I don't think it's a problem at all. I'll look at it totally
How?
different.
Isn't this the same company?
So let me tell you why I say that. It's because back before NXT Black and Gold got big on that WWE network, a lot of the things that was happening in WWE were boring. NXT Black and Gold became the underground. It became that rapper that everybody knows in his city. So all of us hardcore fans, we were paying that $9.99 a month watching NXT every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. We loved it. But the problem is, us hardcore wrestling fans, we like wrestling. And when they go from wrestling to the main roster, they are no longer professional wrestlers, no matter how much Triple H wants to call them professional wrestlers now. They are entertainers first, not wrestlers first.
That's true.
That's why you hear all these people crapping on one company and saying this company is better and saying ridiculous things like the matches don't matter, the wrestling doesn't matter, wrestling doesn't sell. It's malarkey.
Storytelling matters over the wrestling, which is weird to me.
That's a good question right there. Like,
it's weird.
What 2024 became was which one put bust in the seat, the story or the wrestling? And if you talk to someone that don't watch AEW, or they swear they only watch it once a review, they say, "Oh, what's the story behind this? What's the story behind?" And you
all the time. We still get that.
Don't like WWE. Where's the wrestling? Where's this? So it's what was the? I'm just saying. Well, what is 2024 going to be remembered for? Is stories or is wrestling matches?
It depends on.
I think who you talk to.
It depends on like what flag you put in the ground. You know what I'm saying? For me, because I'm a wrestling fan, it's about the wrestling. I'm a wrestling fan. Hashtag, get it, wrestling fan. I love wrestling. I don't give a fuck about the storytelling. Storytelling is the cherry on top. But the issue is for me is that AEW has killed it this year. However, this Saturday night, they need to put a statement and say we killed it this year with all with the World's End. They have. And I'm putting emphasis on this shit. They have to come through on this pay-per-view. Otherwise, everything that they have worked for is going to be all for nothing.
Listen, one thing I'm going to say about AEW, they had the best pay-per-views this year, bar none.
Absolutely.
Bar none. So I know they're going to put their foot in this week. As they go in. They're gonna end a tired ass story, probably like, oh, we finally got what we wanted. I don't doubt them at all this Saturday. But when it comes, like someone put up, Hill, thank you for saying that. Wrestling put butts in the seats, right? Sometimes the wrestling tells the story in the ring. So
you can't tell fans like that.
I know.
They don't listen. They don't want.
They don't listen, especially on TikTok. They don't listen at all whatsoever.
So
they talk now, like what Brady said. He said that he like promos. I like promos too, but you have to understand, like when they are wrestling, just like last night, Ricochet and Will Ospreay, they literally was telling a story in the ring. Ricochet was desperate for a fucking win over Will Ospreay. That's the story that you're telling in the ring. You tell one of these stupid motherfuckers that shit, they tell me, what are you talking about? I was talking about the promos. I'm like, I'm literally talking sign language. I'm doing this.
Well, I've been saying it for well over a year now. That not only can you tell the story in the ring, but you can also start a feud in the ring. A lot of people get mad about that. And I don't call them thrown together matches, but they're like matches, I don't know, dream matches in some cases. Put two guys in the ring. Put two ladies in the ring. Let something happen in the ring. Same thing that happens in the Royal Rumble. Let that be the launch to their feud. Every single part of wrestling.
It's a purpose.
Can start in the wrestling ring.
And don't have to have no backstage segment if someone's spilling hot coffee on you. I hate you. No. I said this earlier with y'all that
like Jericho did to Kane back in 2000.
You know what I was going with it. I told y'all about the Connor's Classic. I'm a big tournament fan. I love the G1, love New Japan, and that's what reminds me of G1. You could have multiple storylines out this Connor's Classic right now. That could help us start 2025 already. Just like you said last night. Yeah, we all know about the Ricochet and Will Ospreay match, but we see another side of it. I don't know how many matches of them. I never saw an ending like that. I never saw Ricochet had to cheat to beat Will Ospreay. Oh, we about to add layers because what happened after that? Will confronting him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, we got Darby Allin and Cassioni. What? That's not just an ordinary match because Darby is fighting for AEW because the Death Riders is trying to take over.
I'm so over the Death Riders.
Right? But
already?
Me and Chris were talking about this. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. There's no charisma. There's no it's
no
really
belt.
not even that. We were talking about this yesterday, and me and Chris kind of agreed with it. Like, there's no charisma. It's just like, what's the point of Pac being there? Anyone in the comments, please tell me, like, what is the point of Pac being there? We don't understand it. Really, like Marina and Moxley. Bonnie and Clyde. Let them, like, it's Bonnie and Clyde. I just don't get Wheeler, like, at this point. Like, whiny Wheeler, like, okay. Like, you're just a tag along. I feel like I'm watching like a dating show and it's like the wheels, like the extra like wheels on them or something. There's nothing. They're not a motorcycle gang. There's nothing.
How dare you?
There's nothing there. They're literally wearing Bryan Danielson's clothing, and that's it. Like, come on. Like, there's nothing there. I feel like
oh wow.
Honestly, like I told Chris, like I understand the whole concept of giving Bryan his match, having him win the belt. Like, we were all like, I was for it, 100% for it. But honestly, I would have been happier with Swerve carrying it, because I feel like them just switching, like, completely, like, Swerve's momentum has been silent, and he's still killing it on his promos. Like, I'm excited for Bobby and him. Don't get me wrong. But I would have rather him just carry the belt, and then whatever happens with this new person, whoever's pulling Moxley's strings, if it's Sean or whatever, come out and reveal yourself at Wrestling Collide, and then you win the belt that way. But at this point, the story behind them trying to gag someone with soap, I'm over it. Like, I feel like they had their shocking thing with the whole, let's try to unalive Bryan and putting a bag on his head. But at this point, it's just like, whatever, get off my TV. Like, let's move it along.
I think they're just shock value right now.
But what's shocking?
Everything they're doing, I'm just saying, everything they're doing is shock value because, again, this is a sensitive area of fucking wrestling fans.
Now they want the Attitude Era back. What you mean?
Yeah,
we got 16 staples in his head. Like, come on now.
We want the Attitude Era back.
Drew McIntyre.
I think everybody on here wants the Attitude Era back. But
the moment that syringe came out in that Swerve match, this is
it was awesome. It was like, oh my God.
Take this
Put a bag on someone's head. Oh my God. I mean, we cut off a guy's dick on freaking WWE. What are we doing? Like,
I had this discussion. So like, y'all couldn't survive in 1998 with me. We saw people get hanged in the Hell in a Cell. Come on,
yeah.
You hang with me. You know what I mean?
But I don't care. I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing appealing at all or scary about the Death Riders. Nothing.
So
absolutely nothing.
I think with all new stables or storylines or whatever you want to call it, you have to give them a chance to. You don't have to, but you should give them.
You said the same thing about Chris Jericho and Big Apple Tree, and I'm still looking at you going, when is it going to get exciting?
I'm not saying
I'm
not saying that it's going to get exciting because all story angles don't work. But just like with some of the other story angles that we've seen over the last few years. So let's take for instance, what's the group in WWE that's got
Judgment Day?
Judgment Day. That started off hot, then it became crap. Like almost immediately it turned into crap. As soon as they kicked Edge out, it turned into garbage. And then it picked back up again. Now obviously it's garbage again, but hey, that's all I'm saying is some storylines when they launch, they look cool, then they may turn into something that you may not want to see, but then you got to also give them an opportunity to modify that and potentially make it better. Now, I'm not saying they're going to make this better because it could continue to be kind of up and down.
How would they modify this?
I don't know. I'm not offering any way to modify it because it could just go away for all I know. We don't know what's going to happen at World End. We don't know what's going to happen at Dynasty, and we don't know what's going to happen at Fight for the Fallen when they're apparently going to relaunch something.
What's going on?
A lot of things are going to change. So
what if big if we get exactly what we've been asking,
which is
like you said, reveal who's really behind, who's pulling the strings.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Oh no, I talk with definitely.
Mayor's comment: some stories are in a crock pot. They need to slow cook. No, they need to dump that shit.
No, the fuck they don't. Mayor. Like how many times? I mean, how long do you need this shit to cook? Like for real.
This is microwave society. Everyone wants things quick. You know,
I don't want to quick. I just need to
TV dinner.
No.
I need to make sense.
Nobody cared about Santino when he first started, and he became something hot. Nobody cared about The Rock when he first started, and then he became hot because he modified his gimmick. Nobody cared about
Santino Morello.
That's right. Nobody cared about Mick Foley.
He turned
when
into
he first got there.
When did Santino Morello become hot? He pulled something out of his pants, just like Mankind did with Sacco.
He was very over. I can't lie. He was.
Are you kidding me? Santino
was very over.
It wasn't time.
He was over, but I wouldn't say he was hot. I wasn't screaming like, "Where's Santino Morello?" Like.
So when that sock came out, everybody got up and cheered. That's all that.
So are you saying they? No, they cheered for Mankind with Sacco. Come on now.
A sock that looked like a snake.
I can't with you.
Gary, you really want me to break my neck, don't you? You really want me to break my neck. I see it. Gary want me to break my neck. He talk about he's still looking for that new saw, honey. Fuck you.
Swerve.
She's a pain in the ass, isn't she?
Swerve Strickland is another one. Sure, we liked Swerve Strickland. Everybody liked him. But Swerve Strickland was not a main eventer 2 years ago. He is a believable main eventer now. He will be world champion again.
I disagree with that.
He was if he was a main eventer in all these other companies, why he couldn't be a main eventer in AEW?
I didn't say he couldn't be a main eventer, but he was not a main eventer. If Swerve Strickland would have debuted and got a world title match, nobody on the planet would have believed that he belonged in that world title picture. He wasn't even as big as he is now. He was a smaller, basically a smaller guy.
I mean,
he worked his body's insane now compared to what it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
I think because he was given an opportunity.
Not even opportunity. When he came out, we all remember when he came out, the crowd popped. The crowd there. So, but for your point, they would have gave him the title shot right then and there. Everybody would call bullshit. What did he do to deserve this?
Swerve.
Swerve.
But
yeah, right. But everybody knows that what Swerve is worth.
Move that tongue.
You just had to make it make sense. Yeah. You just gotta make it make sense. No, that's what it.
You just gotta move that tongue and you be going. You're sure. Yeah, too much slob in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
When he hear the bell ring.
For me?
No, not
you, Tom.
You nigga. Oh my god. So I know. Listen, y'all, like we just hit the 1 hour mark. Like, damn.
Like so, January.
And I feel like we haven't even touched everything.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
And this is what y'all been missing out on if y'all hadn't been a part of the cookout. This is once again for those that are on YouTube that normally watch us on YouTube. This is why we try to tell y'all during the week. This is why y'all need to go over on TikTok, follow Chris, follow the panelists on here. We are doing daily discussions over on TikTok Monday through Friday, whenever, of course, Chris and everyone is available. And we do more than just these podcasts on Sundays.
Right. So, like what Angel just said, we have not even scratched the surface. We just talk about January. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do another 20 minutes, Ziggy, of the review of 2024 because we want to try to get as much content as possible. So let's do this. We talked about AEW and WWE. What about TNA? Joe Hendry. We had a lot of stuff that popped up this year. I'm gonna back out of that one.
Okay.
I think he was good. I think seeing him and getting him the crowd response he got in NXT, I think that was awesome. Like, I'm not gonna lie, seeing Frankie over on NXT was like the highlight of my year. Seeing Hammerstone on NXT was like fucking amazing. Seeing Jordan Grace come out there and do her thing, absolutely amazing. And then I think TNA deserves a lot more credit for creating superstars over there than what they get. And I think they deserve a lot more appreciation. And to the fans that are supporting them and going to their pay-per-views, I commend you. Like, keep supporting them. I think they deserve a lot more. And I really wish that this door that they have between those two companies, would really get kicked open. And here comes Mid-South. Go ahead.
I'm laughing for two reasons.
All right, go ahead, Mid-South. What you got, bro?
I'm waiting for it.
I'm laughing for two reasons. Okay, number one, they are making stars for WWE.
I know.
Period.
But it's because they don't get credit for it. Like,
someone needs to listen.
You don't get credit for it.
Someone needs to make a clip of what he just said. Mid-South for the motherfuckers in the back, the bald-headed people, and all the ones that do not take baths. Can you please tell them what you just said, sir?
TNA is making stars. I'm not even talking about like the Hardy Boys anymore, anyone like that.
No.
People who haven't been anywhere before, who kind of started their
hasn't been anywhere before.
TNA, they are literally making stars for the WWE.
Like a Jordan Grace, Joe Hendry.
Even Hammerstone. Yeah. Hammerstone will be there.
Big time.
But
he's from Phoenix.
That we have said in the beginning of the fucking year when this partnership started, they are no better than AEW. So, they are hoarders. That's what they are. They are leeches. They are locusts. They go around from planet to planet and grab all of these goddamn talents. That's why this stupid ass WWE ID shit is around.
He just called WWE Brainiac.
That's exactly what I said.
He just called WWE the Collector. Listen. What we said this shit on everything again.
Mm-hmm. We've argued about this. We've argued.
Watch this. Let's flip this for a minute.
All right.
So what do WWE give back? Do they give back the main
not a goddamn thing?
No.
We
can name a bunch, but they didn't even get the NXT champions over there.
No,
Trick has never been on TNA. They've only given them wrestlers without belts.
It's
we'll put it that way.
It's not a partnership.
Because Trick went to Booker T's Reality of Wrestling. That's where he went. So you give.
So we learned the bookend.
That's why he stole all of Booker T's moves.
Enforcer, do you want me to name off the wrestlers that they gave them?
Oh, I was about to do it. You want to do it?
Okay,
We go back
let's
and forth.
go.
We go back and forth. You go first.
Soruka.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Wendy Chu.
Yeah, Paxley.
Damn, that's a good one. Give me. Oh, his name is Wayne.
That's sad. That's sad right there.
What's the dude name?
That's the problem right there.
Wesley.
I'll help you, Wesley. Yeah, I was gonna say it. The one that just came, the one that said that he hurt himself. I think he went over there too. Eddie Thorpe. I think he made an appearance over there.
Brandy.
I think that's
Roxanne
Braun Breaker's
Perez.
girlfriend, Roxanne didn't go.
Perez.
Roxanne went.
She did.
Oh yes, she did.
Yeah.
Cora Jade went.
Yeah, she beat up.
Trick Williams went. Carmelo Hayes went. Shawn Michaels
When did they
went.
wait? They
When
went to
did Trick Williams
TNA.
When did Trick Williams go? Go ahead.
When did
Just
Trick
felt like
Williams go to
Go ahead.
TNA?
Go ahead. You put yourself on the
Ziggy,
spot.
Huh?
you're straight up
Trick Williams
lying.
went to TNA?
Yeah.
No.
Rock went. Triple H went.
Someone mute Ricky,
Fuck outta here.
Ziggy's mic,
Undertaker went?
please.
That's so fast.
No, get out of here. Get out of here.
It just hit me. You cut your fro off.
Oh shit.
Well, go ahead, Tone. What you do?
Oh, someone got a haircut.
The second.
But my thing is this:
Oh my god.
what did WWE help them with, except for
Nothing.
make the NXT people go to excursion?
We'll allow you to keep your doors open.
The only
Look at
thing
that.
that I feel like it helped a little bit was obviously giving them more fan base. But even then, like, I mean, granted, they did sell out a lot of shows once the partnership took effect, but there was nothing that really helped them. Like, if you think about it, there was no real promos. There was no real promotions happening on NXT television or
No
even the USA
viewership.
Network, which would have been huge. There
No
was nothing
viewership.
that was saying like, hey, tune into TNA on blah, blah, blah channel. There was none of that happening. Like, so in retrospect, like, I don't think anything there, it was all one-sided. We had a Royal Rumble-ish type thing happen, and then we got all of TNA's biggest stars,
But
and then that was it.
But then you got black ass Moose sitting up here talking about this is the greatest thing that ever happened to TNA.
Because
Fuck
he
outta
wants his
here.
foot in the door. He wants to
Moose
be in
was
WWE
begging.
after so many years, and then
Moose
it is what it
Moose
is.
was begging.
Begging for them to bring
Moose
him
was
up in it.
begging when he was TNA champ.
And they picked Hammerstone over him. Sorry.
Yeah.
I told you, like,
I didn't say
Moose
so.
is
I didn't say
literally Tim Scott of professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
So anyway,
I said what I said.
Can I say the second thing?
My God.
Jesus.
Can I say the second reason why I was
Bro.
laughing?
Okay, please, go.
So the second,
God. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Miss South. This guy here, man.
the
Sorry.
second reason why I was laughing is because I could be wrong. It could be better, but I kind of see Joe Hendry as Fandango. And what I mean by that is he had a flash in the pan, but I have actually sat down. I tried to make myself like Joe Hendry, so I watched some of his matches. When that song goes off, he ain't nothing special.
I believe.
The crazy thing about that, Miss South, the crazy thing, before that character, overseas, he actually was a good wrestler.
Really?
He still is a good wrestler.
I never
I'm
saw
talking about better. I'm talking about better. When this dude, when you get endorsed by Kurt Angle, back with Kurt, that when actually meant something. Now he's more into the character than his wrestling. I mean,
He's all about the character. He toned
he's all
it
about
down.
his character. Which leads to that door.
Which is why he going to WWE.
Yeah, and I can see that. Yeah.
Yeah, because what's more important than WWE, your character or your wrestling?
Well,
Character.
his character. Yeah.
Right,
Okay, so here's
working more important his character, because his character is over. Like, yo, when you hear that song, y'all clapping too.
But is it?
Yeah,
Here's
I
the
was at a WrestleCade in North Carolina. I didn't think let me see how these junkies live. They was into it. Like, that's all my hardcore wrestling fans, like old heads that like that watched NWA on Mid South, that watched NWA and love the old school, they was all into it. They was kind of off beat, but they was into it. So I was like, okay, this must be a little bit over.
So what's the shelf life on that character right now? Because right now I haven't seen any type of evolution.
We talking about
the reason they put a belt on them.
We're talking about wrestling fans that have no patience. So give it 3 months.
See, how is that going to play out though? Because if his contract is up in January and he's going to the E in January and he's supposed to be at the Royal Rumble, how is that going to work with John Cena coming back? Because they kind of have the same gimmick.
You're going to do the same thing you did with LA Knight. You're going to stick him around with John. Get that John Cena
so it's just it's not going to work. I mean, because when The Rock came back, what happened to LA Knight? He completely lost momentum, and there went all of his star power, and we got whatever we got right now. Like the same shit's going to happen when The Rock comes back. Bye, LA Knight. We'll see you on NXT.
That's kind of our fault. We told LA Knight, you sound like you're trying to sound like The Rock. And he does.
That was Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash saying it on a national.
Sure.
Ricky, I'm Ricky. Ziggy, you are a menace.
You are terrible.
See?
You are terrible.
So WWE has always been about protecting the big surprise. So they don't want to overshadow one big surprise with another big surprise. Are we sure Joe Henry's going to be in the Royal Rumble?
I've heard mixed things on him though. Mid-South. I heard that his contract's up in January, and then I heard it's not.
Right.
So like I'm on the fence of whether he'll be there or not.
What about this Josh Alexander? Is his contract?
I could have swore his was up now.
Yeah, he's up now. I thought
he was a free agent now.
I thought he announced his departure from TNA a couple weeks ago.
So question, since we're talking about contracts with this, because since this is another thing that happened this year, but recently, about TNA, a lot of people have either
they're leaving
contract and stuff. Josh Alexander's a good name.
Okay, so Josh Alexander's contract will now be up on February 14th of 2025, according to Fightful.
AEW.
Remember, AEW wanted him back then.
That's all I'm about to say. AEW.
You got Josh Alexander. You got Trent Severin.
Everybody named Mama is leaving.
Because they asked people to take a lesser money in order for them to get Tessa Blanchard, to be honest, which I feel is a big mistake now thinking about it.
Let's talk about that controversy. Did you guys see, and then in the comment section, the people that's watching, did you guys see that coming?
Yes.
No.
What coming?
No.
I didn't see it coming. I'm going to be honest.
I'm going to tell you why I saw it coming.
Them signing her?
Yes.
Oh,
I didn't see it coming. I didn't see that coming.
This is the thing. She was constantly teasing this for a whole year on Instagram.
Really? I missed that.
I don't follow the bitch, so like, yeah, I don't.
I do, and I must have missed that whole entire thing because I didn't see it.
You kind of do, but yeah, she was wearing some old gear that she used to wear in TNA. She's like, oh, remember I had this on, all that stuff. And she talking about her favorite matches. Most of the time was the TNA matches and stuff like that. She just let it know that she was trying to get back
before all
here.
She was good.
She was dope as hell.
No, she was one of the best.
It was dope, but
till she became a mega supporter.
She don't know how to treat people, spitting on them and stuff like that. And you still walking?
And the thing is, people, y'all act like motherfuckers don't remember.
Who you think you are?
You act like people don't remember. Like
who's that dog?
Like I said,
y'all act like people don't remember.
Yes, it was Bailey. I'm sorry. She's being a menace right now. Bailey.
Like I said the other day.
What you got, Miss Out?
Tessa Blanchard. I kind of think about it like the old Hulkster. Getting out in front of the crowd and apologizing on camera would have went a long way with me forgiving Hulk Hogan when it came to the stuff he did. Obviously now it's too late because of the most recent stuff, But that's exactly what I think of Tessa Blanchard. She does deserve another chance, but she also needs to get on that camera, make a TikTok or a Twitter video or something, and just straight up admit first, because she still hasn't done that, and then apologize.
She ain't gonna do that shit because
she's not.
she ain't gonna do that shit. Because number one, she doesn't want to admit that she's a racist. That's number one. Number two, she doesn't want to look like the bad guy. Of course, she's going to have her porch monkey friend called Moose that's going to be in her corner. Of course. So with that being said, it really doesn't matter if she comes out now, because I'm still going to dislike the bitch anyway. So like, I
think it's too late. I think it's too late.
It is too late.
Yeah, it's way too late for me.
It's too late. You talking about what? This was like 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years ago. And the bitch.
That's a term. That's a term. It's too late.
She could have done a lot between now and then. Like she could have, like I've said before on the cookout, she could have done a lot of training, a lot of work on herself. A lot of things could have transpired. But to do a promo or to do anything on Instagram, it's just going to come out looking fake. It's going to come out looking not real. And I don't think any of the fans are really going to look at it the same. They'll turn around and use that as something for her to do in the ring. And that's going to make it even worse, to be honest with you. So at this point, she needs to show something in the ring. She needs to show people in the backstage. She needs to show them like in an action form. And again, if you really are truly sorry, you'll make the difference. You'll go do community service work. You would do stuff. But in the flip side of it, like we don't know what she's done to herself. We don't know. All we know is that she's had a relationship. She got married. She divorced that wrestler. She got with another wrestler, and she's been in CMLL and then obviously doing indie shows. So, I mean, did she do work in therapy? We don't know, but the progression needs to be there. And does she deserve a second chance? That's not for me to decide at this point. This is obviously TNA saying, hey, she does deserve a second chance. So I applaud them for bringing her there. But again, any type of apology letter, it's too little too late for that. Now put the action in. Show us what you did learn from this. If you did learn something, and improve backstage relationships, make those relationships known. If she apologized, great. That's not for us to be like whether her apology was deserving or not to any of the wrestlers. That's for them. Forgiveness is 100% for them. But anything else, like she needs to prove herself, and she needs to prove herself, I think, quickly, because right now it's giving TNA a bad look, especially if wrestlers are leaving because of pay once again, and her getting a contract. It's not a good look at all whatsoever. So yeah, it's one of those things.
One, is already too late. Two, her actions is too late to me. Like y'all said, we don't know. We don't know what she's been doing, probably except for what we've seen on her social. We know she works on CML. Yeah. We know all that. We don't know in her contract if she got the CM Punk contract. You better be on your best hero, you out the doors type of shit. I don't know that, right? But to me, like this, like I just said, it's been 4 years, and you did not make an effort to speak on it back then. You did not try to defend yourself back then. You try to stay quiet back then. Right. And now you back on TNA. You think, oh, I'm sorry, and everything. It's not gonna work that way. Do you
think, Enforcer, that maybe somebody didn't want? Do you think maybe nobody would give her the platform and want to touch her 4 years ago?
One, we knew that. Well, we knew that part already because everybody says she can't work.
What I was told from some close personal friends is that she did not have any issues in CMLL.
No.
Besides, getting a divorce.
Yes, she didn't.
Oh boy. So that's the real reason why she's in TNA, is because she's at least clean for the last couple of years.
All right. All we know is what she done in CML, which was some good work down there.
She has done a lot of indie shows too, right. And there's been nothing coming out about any like aggressive behavior or anything backstage.
That girl say, "I'm gonna keep my nose clean."
Listen,
she know not to put them down there.
At the same time, you can polish a turd and still turd.
Oh, I agree.
That's true.
So you could clean your car. You can put that pine tree had that new car smell. It's still a piece of shit under the hood.
She said she turned.
So the thing, like I'm just saying, I don't know. Maybe she is a good little girl, but how long can you hide? How long can someone push that button and the truth come out?
That's true. So everybody, what we're gonna do is, before we go to news and rumors, that's gonna be our third segment. Right now, since we're still on this segment, we're gonna just tackle this.
Oh. Sports Illustrated, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna
Sports
go ahead
Illustrated has released its 2024
Ugh.
Pro Wrestling Awards.
and
So this is per pro wrestling. I'm sorry, pro
Sports.
per
Sports Illustrated.
Illustrated. Men's Wrestler of the Year, Cody Rhodes.
Opinionated.
Women's Wrestler of the Year, Toni Storm.
I agree.
Breakout Star of the Year, Jacob Fatu. Match of the Year, Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay. The show of the year was WrestleMania. The story of the year has been the Bloodline Saga. Rivalry of the year, Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
Oh, God.
The heel turn of the year is the New Day turning on Big E. Best wrestler on the mic is Drew McIntyre. And tag team of the year is Fraxium in NXT.
Bullshit. A bullshit. Put the video. A bullshit. Bullshit. I like him. I like him, but a bullshit. Oh.
I agree.
You raggedy bitch. You raggedy bitch.
This is a very opinionated list, by the way. So that's their opinion. Cool.
Per Sports Illustrated.
That's their opinion. Cool. But we got our own.
This is as much as bullshit as the tag team one that came out, Chris. The one that made you like have a Knit fit.
Yeah, I had a major fit on that one. They said that Jay Cargill was actually the best.
Yeah.
Over FTR off the Flaxium. I'm like, I would have had Flaxium as my number one. Jay Cargill in the 227 game, they didn't do shit for me at all. I mean, Jay Cargill right now is literally on crutches, or we don't even know if her injury is legit or not. Like, we don't even know.
She went through a car.
Right.
She had a Family Guy fall.
You know what, Ziggy?
She went through a car.
You know what? So did Ricochet, and where did he end up on Wednesday?
I mean,
hey, it is what it is.
It's just, you know,
because
he's built different.
That foul, you know it, but that's funny as hell.
Right. And the thing is, it's like her gear was fucking trash. If we really going to talk about it, like, I'm sorry, she don't need no goddamn accolades. She already had accolades by, like, when she first came in WWE, coming there looking like a goddamn stripper, like she about to work on the goddamn corner.
Christopher,
that's number one. Then number two, she up there, they gave her a Breakfast Club fucking seat. Bitch, no one told you to come to the goddamn table. I didn't tell you that you could get this seat. You didn't earn it at all. So when she was up there looking like looking like she was part of a murder scene, cool. I didn't give a fuck.
Angel, this is your fault.
This is not my fault. This is not my fault.
You brought it back up.
This is stupid Sports Illustrated fault. That this is 100%, you know, whoever decided that Jade was this number one meteora, like Storm Holy Grail, when she slipped off the rope. Are you kidding me? There were so many better tag teams than them, and I don't know what Triple H sent them. They must have got WrestleMania tickets. Them expensive ass tickets. They must have got something. Because that list was bullshit, and this list is bullshit too.
What about Toni Storm?
No, Toni Storm.
That's the only good part.
Right.
But
Cody Rhodes, Men's Wrestler of the Year.
No.
So
match of the year, y'all don't agree with the match of the year?
Hell no, match of the year.
Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay.
I mean, that was a good match.
Do you realize people came into the Discord, Ziggy, and said WWE took all of the honors and awards? And I didn't even have the strength to comment back.
And I wasn't gonna comment on that either, because I'm just like, WrestleMania 40 was not the show of the year. Number one, it was Revolution. Revolution was the show of the year, still hands down. And I enjoyed like AEW shows this year, but to say that WrestleMania was better than Revolution,
no.
Again, a lot of people don't watch AEW though, but you know, whatever.
But again, this is a very opinionated fucking list, and it's bullshit. But at the same time, if that's their opinion, cool. But we know there's other shows out there more than just AEW, WWE, and that means y'all just watch one particular show, and y'all heard about Toni Storm. Y'all didn't see the work she put in, but y'all know she did better than the fucking person you was gonna put there. And you know, let's keep that real.
Who's they gonna put there, Tone?
They
What
could
you
have put
think?
somebody in WWE for that role and say it was somebody in WWE. I don't know which
Like
one.
Rhea Ripley or something?
Probably.
And then to say feud of the year is Drew McIntyre and CM Punk.
Man, that was great. Over the bracelet, dog. I was on the edge of my seat, bro.
No.
Good shit, bro.
It was a good feud, but you telling me that was better than freaking Hangman and Swerve?
Yes.
Because that was personal.
Right.
That was personal. That man burned his goddamn house down. He should have automatically had that goddamn title all day.
Hold on.
Ziggy, I'm gonna have to unfriend you on all social media and block you.
It's still my wallpaper, goddammit. This is
That man burnt somebody's goddamn house down. That should have been their award. But instead they talk about feuding over a bracelet. Yeah, that really made me come.
Hey, man.
So we always say, or we bring up the fact that Hangman burned down Swerve's house. But what we should be saying is where it started at. Swerve went inside of his house and stood over his child's crib.
And put a t-shirt.
Not like he spit on the child or just stood over him. What's going on?
I'm just
that's a violation.
Let's not forget about all the other things. Let's not forget about what happened inside the cage.
I mean, it's
Swerve ain't an angel.
It's so much.
I'm not even talking about that time. I'm talking about blood and guts.
Blood and guts. Put that one. Let's put the he damn near choked out Hangman and all this stuff. It led a year-long feud that changed the characters. Remember, Hangman was happy-go-lucky. I want to be here. Now he's fucking crazy as hell with the.
And it's not over.
It's not even over yet.
It's not even over. It's like on pause.
Exactly where I was going. Swerve started off as the heel. But you cannot tell me they didn't switch roles by the time that thing was over.
They did.
Or had ended.
Because Hangman was a heel when he was out here in March. When I went to it, he was out here.
So like I've been saying, all year, a lot of people throw around the word blood feud. That was the only blood feud that I saw in 2024.
Yeah. I was at the other one. I wouldn't say best mic. I would say keyboard warrior Drew McIntyre, but he had some good bars on the mic too.
You're right, and that's what I was gonna say. I can't call him the best promo when most of his stuff was done on Twitter, which was great, but he wasn't standing in the middle of the ring.
So who do you feel like would take the best on the mic? Would that be like another Toni Storm moment because she did kind of cut some awesome promos, or would you give it to somebody else?
It depends on. Remember that talk we had earlier about interviews and promos, or having backstage segments and promos? Because when I consider something a promo, you're getting on the microphone and you're talking directly to somebody. I'm
gonna say yes, I remember it when I really don't, but I'm gonna let you slide.
I can't really say Toni Storm. I don't know. I have to think about it for a while. I'm not totally mad at their pick because who had the best promo? I'd really have to sit here and think about it.
If it was politician, I would say Cody takes it all. We'll just do that.
I mean, we could go as far as saying Christian.
Christian
Can we say Christian on here? Because
I would say Christian.
I used to try to tell Chris about Christian, bro.
He did.
Christian, I was definitely say this. Like Christian,
the father thing.
He really shocked the fuck out of me. Like I'm like, dude, he's a fucking savage, bro. And I'm here for it.
So happens when you let people cook and don't bind them to being
to
cooking
scripts.
other characters and scripts and everything.
So
yeah, that dude. It was when they were here in Arlington, and he did that one promo where he gave one title to his son, and then he gave the other title to his mama. That was hilarious.
That was savage.
Looked right over
Crazy.
Luchasaurus and headed into.
So I have another one. Do you think breakout star of the year is truly Jacob Fatu, or would
I was
you
just
give
on
it to
Yes.
again someone else? Like what's it? Haxiom or whatever his name is.
Hands down, that is Jacob.
I was going to ask, can we get a definition of breakout star? Because some people think
because
one that
I feel like
breakout star is
so to
just
me,
started and got
I don't think it's a
No.
rookie.
huh?
to me, it's
I don't
someone
think
that
the
has.
breakout star is a rookie. My bad. Go
Yeah.
No,
ahead.
I don't see him as a rookie
Right.
either. I feel like it's someone that's made an impact, not just in the ring, but like on social media, where you're constantly going back to look at that clip again. And
Oh,
you're
look.
constantly like talking about it. Like I think we spoke a lot on Jacob, even
Yeah,
before
yeah,
he entered. And then when he came out, like we were still talking about
Yeah.
him. So I feel like, like he would be the one, because I don't feel like any other star, even in AEW, was really breakout star of the year. Like to the emphasis of how much we talked about them.
I haven't thought about who could be breakout star of the year, but my definition of breakout star of the year is somebody that's been around, been at the lower tier, and then all of a sudden, boom, they caught fire.
I have arrived.
But see, that's just by you saying that, because Jacob has not been in the lower tier. We've been talking about Jacob for years.
Yeah.
Years. But now he's in the spotlight pretty much on him, because like I said earlier, some people didn't even know who Jacob was.
Correct. And I feel like they still don't know.
In that case, I think that's what makes him the breakout.
Right.
For honorable mention, I probably throw like a Joe Hendry out there. That's a breakout.
Or a hologram.
That's what I was asking, because I know every time like Mid-South talks about hologram, he likes hologram.
I love hologram.
He talks about him and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Braun Breaker really gave it. No. I feel like he was shoved down our throats.
There's nothing wrong with having things shoved down your throat.
That's for y'all after dark show.
To be honest with you, I think the breakout star of the year should have been Dominic.
Really?
Dominic Mysterio?
Because of the heat he got, and because the crowd was constantly going
I'm
boo?
just talking about my definition. My definition is somebody who was hardly doing anything, and all of a sudden, I mean, not even that they weren't doing anything, but he caught fire in 2024.
Well, he did get his picture on toilet paper.
I mean, he got better.
I just don't consider it somebody that's new. And that's kind of what y'all are saying.
Carmelo Hayes?
I wouldn't even pick Carmelo Hayes.
No.
He was great in NXT, but that transfer over to main roster was like lackluster.
I'm still
let's be honest. If we're gonna talk NXT superstars who really caught fire, Lash.
Yes.
Who? Lash Legend?
Lash Legend.
Yeah.
She literally went from NXT and then did a couple of matches on the main roster, and she was like pulling the crowd in.
Hot take. I love when I want to say this. Lash Legend is what Jade was supposed to be.
I said the same shit. I said the same thing. Yes.
Lash Legend, who worked her butt off, because I didn't like her at first, worked her
Me
butt
neither.
off, got better and better and better. Why? Because she took the time in at the Performance Center and got better. This is where we said Jade should have been in the first place.
Bingo.
But Lash Legend is where y'all wanted Jade to be, and she's need to be there. I need to do the swap right now, like yesterday. Right? So, but to go to Mid-South point about Dom, yeah, he got better.
Not in the ring.
No.
Maybe on the mic.
Are we seeing the same thing?
Y'all going
wait. This is WWE. I'm talking about WWE, not talking about wrestling. He got better. He got better.
Once again, when you say better, where?
On the mic. That's it.
As a
he
character.
has not even talked on the mic because he keep getting booed.
Well, the interviews. He's had interviews.
No, he had interviews. He got better. And another thing he got better in is his character work. Like, he used to look like He used to look like a little freaking puppy.
I don't
now
like
Eddie Guerrero's clone.
I don't even like Dominic Mysterio.
I don't get what y'all see. Maybe because I got these glasses on, but I don't
even like Dominic Mysterio that much. I'm truly basing it off my definition. Somebody that was in one position and then they got hot. He was one of the hottest people in the business. He was getting talked about by random people with blue check marks all over the internet.
Because he has a punchable face.
Cool. He got hot. I'm not going too deep in the definition. I'm just literally saying somebody was in one position and they got hot.
I'm looking at the comments. Someone said Javon Evans. If Javon, I get next year, he'll get it. Javon Evans.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Javon quite yet. I wouldn't say. I agree.
I mean, they like him. They like
he's
him.
Likable. Yeah.
Likable.
He's very like. I mean,
he's awesome. Yeah.
Javon Evans. Yeah.
Yeah, he's like to him on it. Yeah, we talked
maybe NXT breakout star if it was just like WWE formatted and we're talking just on them and it was broken down by like main roster versus NXT. Yes, breakout star for NXT, absolutely. He caught, especially his match with Randy Orton. I thought was really good despite the couple of missteps, but obviously it was great. I wouldn't.
I think they got a lot of promise for him now, right? Y'all say y'all talked to him on TikTok. When I met him, he's a cool dude, and his work ethic. I think he gonna get better. So I think next year he's gonna be that breakout star. But
absolutely.
Now,
okay, let me say something about what Dan just said there. Hot and breakout are two different things. If you're talking about definition, you're correct. But think about what a breakout. Think about the word breakout. Not just somebody that debuted and that's a breakout star. No, that's like a rookie. Breakout means you were already doing something and then you finally broke out. You broke out of the basement. So you went from here to here. Now you ain't up there yet, but you went from here to here. That's my definition of a breakout star. Somebody that was already there doing something and then all of a sudden they caught fire.
Your definition is most improved.
I have to agree with that.
That's what you just
you can be terrible. No, you can be terrible and get better. That's not.
But that's improvement. That's what he's saying. Like it's improvement, and that's what he's saying. Like your definition of a breakout star is improvement. Because let's be honest, Dominic Mysterio last year nobody gave two shits about, and he was lackluster. Where Dominic Mysterio this year he caught fire, especially when he turned on Rhea. So that's where you're saying he's been improved. But this being breakout star of the year is basically the moment they hit the main roster, it was like fire. And that's exactly what Jacob was. There was nothing. There was no push needed for him.
Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Cargill, when she started in AEW, she was terrible, right?
Yeah.
2 years later, right. 2 years later, she had improved.
No, I disagree.
Never really caught fire. Well,
I disagree.
She's still wandering the force like
she's still green. I don't feel like she's improved at all.
Strictly talking about when she was in AEW.
She was
terrible and she improved. She didn't become a breakout star. That's not what we're talking about here. So you can improve from bad to decent, but you can also improve from just in that decent area to catching fire.
So are you talking improved just in AEW or are you saying improved in WWE?
My example is Dominic. Dominic caught fire.
I got a question.
Yeah, this year.
You're not just talking about wrestling, you're talking about in popularity and
yes, everything. I'm not talking about in the ring. I'm not talking about in the ring.
So if Jacob was not the breakout, you think Dominic would be the right person?
No.
Just off the top of my head because I haven't really thought about it.
Okay.
Dominic caught fire in 2024. He went from a regular dude down here to being one of the highest selling merch sellers and most talked about wrestlers on the planet. And that ain't got nothing to do with him getting better in the ring. I'm talking about he's a breakout star because people recognize him in places now, and they didn't recognize him 18 months ago. Not Harley. Not outside of wrestling anyway.
I think again that would go under most improved because
what does most improved have to? What does that have to do with people recognizing him outside of wrestling?
Because 2023 again was lackluster for him, and it took Judgment Day and him changing and him being motivated to break out in 2024. That's improved. And like with Jade, there was no improvement. Like, let's be honest, Jade went from one company to another company and we knew who she was and there was no improvement. In my opinion, there was no improvement. She's not WWE's breakout star.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Jade.
For Dominic, I get what you're saying, but if we're looking at based again out of 2023 and 2024, he got a push in 2024. Let's be honest, he did. And then the crowd, yeah, he caught fire. He got his name on toilet paper and it sold out, and he was shocked. So has he improved? Yeah, but is that a breakout star? No.
Yes.
Because no, it's most improved wrestler.
So you're not a star.
Because
you're not a star
Jacob.
in 2023.
Hold on,
Jacob,
hold on.
A mega star with
Jacob
toilet paper.
went from indies straight to WWE. Got no push. Okay, let's be honest. He got no push in WWE. He basically entered. He went on screen and the crowd cheered. Half the people didn't know, but who he was. He didn't get a shove. Hold on, he didn't get a shove for a belt. He didn't get a shove for promos. All he did was enter and destruct in 4 minutes. Entered and destruct, and the crowd went crazy. That is breakout star of the year.
I have a. So what if he would have got injured right after he did all of that?
He did.
Because
he hurt his foot.
Hold on.
He jumped from the ring belt and he hurt his foot.
What I'm saying is, what if he would have got injured and had done nothing else for the rest of the year? Because you just said he's the breakout star just from that one thing.
That still makes him breakout star of the year.
Can we find the imaginary list of the last 5 breakout stars and see if any of them debuted that year?
I got this from I got this from the internet. They said a breakout wrestler refers to a professional wrestler who has suddenly gained significant popularity and recognition within the wrestling community, often after a period of being relatively unknown.
Your ankles.
That is Jacob Fatu.
I guess what they're saying about Jacob Fatu, because he was relatively unknown to some of these E fans.
And again, that's bullshit.
Essentially breaking.
Sorry, Mid-South.
No, that's mine. That's literally the definition of Dominic Mysterio, who has suddenly gained significant popularity and recognition.
How is he unknown? He rides on the coattail of his daddy, who rides on the coattail of Eddie Guerrero.
Isn't that what Charlotte does?
Hold on a second.
Exactly.
Hold on a second. Put the definition back up there. You missed the word before unknown. What does that say right there? That says relatively unknown.
Unknown.
That means he was known to the wrestling community, but he is unknown to people outside of wrestling circles. Because
you
again,
are literally
Dominic Mysterio.
Ziggy, stop it. Stop it.
Dominic Mysterio is being recognized on ESPN and other places that don't watch wrestling. If you put the picture of Dominic Mysterio up,
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor.
Hold on.
Thank you. It's a win for me. I know it hurts, Mid-South.
Hold on.
It's a win for me. I love it.
10 minutes of our lives talking about Dominic Mysterio.
Y'all motherfuckers, I'm not talking about that point.
This is why y'all gotta make sure y'all pull up to the cookouts.
Enough.
I stand down.
This is why y'all gotta make sure y'all pop up to the cookouts. Wrestle Talk on TikTok featuring. Hold on, let me get this out.
Yeah, get that comment out the way.
Featuring Chris, Angel, Jose. I think that's Apollo. A guy right there in the middle, and then we got Tone, of course, Miss
guy in the middle. I wonder who
that
he
guy
is.
in the middle got a fro.
Man, yeah, this is what y'all missing out on.
I don't see you.
Got a fro.
You got replaced by me because I was right. Sorry.
There you go.
I go, Miss.
I love you, Miss South. I love you.
Or someone said the alpha male Monty Brown in the pre-show.
He said he looked like Monty Brown. That's funny as fuck.
Pounce.
What else
you got, Chris?
What else on this list that we got this to hear about?
So let's do this. Can
Oh,
y'all
man,
think
Cody
of this on the
versus
top of
Roman?
your head?
Cody versus Roman. Go ahead. Let's go ahead.
I wanted to talk shit about the rest of that list.
No, fuck
we will save that. We will save that for the cookout. We will save that for the cookout.
We'll do that tomorrow. Yeah.
That's why y'all gotta pull up to the cookout, bro.
So these are my top matches. All right.
What you got, Chris?
AEW Dynamite, Wednesday, July 17, 2024. MJF versus Will Ospreay. Revolution, AEW Revolution 2024, Will Ospreay versus Takeshita.
It's my dog.
Let's see. AEW Wrestle Dream 2024, Takeshita versus Will Ospreay and Ricochet.
Can't go
Forbidden
wrong.
Door, AEW New Japan Forbidden Door 2024, Swerve Strickland versus Will Ospreay. And AEW Full Gear 2024, Kyle Fletcher versus Will Ospreay.
You don't have Swerve and Hangman on there?
If it was the top 10, it would have been.
Honorable mentions. Mentions. Wait a minute. What honorable mentions? What's her name? Will Nightingale versus
Chris Statlander.
Chris Statlander. Yes.
Willow.
Yes.
So you already know which one, why that's on my list, right? So it's on my list.
Yeah.
You already said two of mine. So which is
Willow. No, I thought you watched AEW for the wrestling.
That's what I said. Will Ospreay and Swerve.
What?
Forbidden Door.
I'm not going.
Let me go with another one from Forbidden. Not Forbidden Door, from AEW. Swerve and Bryan Danielson. Just not just for the wrestling, but the moment too. Jesus. New Japan.
There you go.
G1. Shingo against Zack Sabre Jr. Another New Japan. Zack Sabre Jr. against Naito for the IWGP World Heavyweight title. And gotta go with my boy Takeshita, Will Ospreay. That was my match. If I got an honorable mention, it's Takeshita, Ricochet, Will Ospreay True Threat match for the international title. That's about it.
Cool. Who's next?
I can go, but I don't have a particular order. I wrote these down. So
I was hoping that you would have these on notes.
Come on now.
I'll say this. Probably my favorite match was Ospreay versus Danielson, possibly. But I also have Zack Sabre Jr. and Bryan Danielson, Swerve and Ospreay, the triple threat match, just like you said. Ospreay versus Zack Sabre Jr. and Mercedes versus Hazuki. And that Mercedes match was the best women's match of 2024. I'm not taking questions on that one.
I disagree.
Wait, is that the one that just happened?
Statlander versus Statlander versus
Mercedes?
Yes, that was really
good match. Which I was shocked.
But you guys haven't seen. Have you watched the Mercedes last match?
I have.
No. Japan match.
I got it on demand. I'm gonna watch it later.
Wait till you see it. Because I like the match with Willow too, and actually I like the Willow versus Statlander match better than the Mercedes versus Willow match, even though I like that one. But I think this New Japan Mercedes match, that it has to be the best women's match of 2024.
Mercedes,
do you feel like
different in New Japan than she do in AEW?
Why is that? Especially since she's still holding the belt. Like, why is that?
I don't. So I'll say what I've been saying. She's had some good to great matches in AEW, but the bad ones are the ones that stands out in most people's minds. And most of those bad matches weren't her fault. Like the match was Britt Baker. That was all on Britt.
Yeah.
Who was her first match? I can't remember who her first match was.
Willow.
Okay, so yeah. So the Willow, that match with Willow was a good match, but the ending sucked.
Yeah.
The finish was bad. And people got hung on the finish, so they didn't consider it a great match, even though if you go back and watch it, the match was actually good.
Because their finish doesn't fit her.
Her finisher, she didn't perfect it to probably later.
It was trash.
Later this year. All right.
Yeah, and she started using the statement maker more.
Yeah.
So
her match has been getting good as of late.
As I pointed out, maybe it was in a Discord, maybe it was in a cookout. Go look at the top, let's say, 10 women wrestlers on the planet right now, and do a Google search and look up. Just type in something like top 5 Charlotte Flair matches. Mercedes is likely going to be number 1 on every one of those lists. Bayley's 2 best matches was with Sasha Banks. Mercedes,
and I've said that. We had that conversation where I feel like Bayley right now is struggling because she does not have a Sasha Banks to give her those matches.
Bianca Belair.
No. You don't have none of her horsewomen.
She doesn't. And that's like, if you look at Bayley's legacy and everything, it's always been with Sasha. The minute Sasha left, there went everything that Bayley had. She doesn't have a dance partner that's like Sasha in WWE. If you look at it, most of her matches are mediocre.
Please don't hear me wrong when I say this, but I'm just being honest. Bayley has gotten thicker, which is she is not as smooth and not as fast in the ring. That's me being honest.
BBL Bayley.
Why would I want to hear you wrong on that, my brother? Why?
Well, some people can hear the wrong thing when I say that.
Mm-hmm.
They look at it like fat shaming, but it's true. If you look at Bayley from NXT to Bayley now, it's true. It's almost like when she transferred to a heel, she transferred everything to a heel.
Yeah, and I have hair. She did all the hugging that stopped. I get what y'all saying.
I grew up with wrestlers working slow, so I have no issues with wrestlers working slow.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe she just needs to continue to work on it. She can still wrestle the WWE style, but she does not wrestle like she did in NXT. She doesn't wrestle like she did in the first couple of years when she moved up to the main roster. That's just fact.
I agree.
Most heels that, especially they feel like they know one. They work slow and methodical. I mean, I think that's what she's still doing as a face though. Like you said, it's kind of slow. What was that match for the U.S. title, the tournament, the triple threat, which I said possibly was the best effort I could say came out of B-Fab. But look who she was in the ring with. She was in with Bayley and Candice LeRae. Maybe that's her style now. Like, we can't compare Monet with Sasha Banks some years ago. This is a whole different shit now. So I don't know.
It's not comparing Enforcer, but it's saying that if you look back at the matches that Bayley was great with, 99% of them she was great with Sasha, and it was the dance partner. And now that but also in the same element is, yes, they were scripted, but they were also BFFs who worked everything, who worked out together, who traveled together, who did their dancing together. I mean, they did everything together. To not have that person, I'm saying, is she does not have a Sasha person that's now giving her those same great matches. And that's sad because Bayley is great in the ring. I've seen her adjust her style a little bit to whatever she wants to do. But it's just I know Bayley deserves a lot more recognition than what she's being given. And I feel like when she brought Damage Control in, I was really pissed that they took that away from her and didn't give her a proper shove with her belts. And her reign was terrible in 2024. It just was not there. It was not the same Bayley. And she deserves that. She brought in Damage Control. She helped shape it to what it was. And then they said, okay, The Rock's back. Let's just shove everybody aside and this is what you get. And that's what I'm saying. It's not fair because she deserved a proper send-off from Damage Control. And she got in a great, celebration when Damage Control came in. And that's the part. I think she should have also had a better run for Intercontinental as well. She should be in that circle of women deserving that belt. She's given a lot. But again, it's not there.
I think on paper they had the right send-off. They just didn't execute it right.
That's what I'm saying.
To win the belt at WrestleMania, that should have been the perfect send-off. Hey, I brought y'all into this world. I can take you out, type of shit. And I won the belt. Big moment. She got the big entrance. It just wasn't executed right.
Correct.
One of the reasons why WrestleMania is for us, right? Especially night 2. But Bayley, her resume, like you just said, with Sasha, I know a lot of people not gonna like what I'm about to say here, but just again, for all those that don't like Mr. Mercedes Moné or Sasha Banks, just show you how good she really is.
Mm-hmm.
it really showed how good she is.
The Hell in the Cell, Iron Woman, all of those matches were great.
Right.
Like 100%.
I know a lot of people not liking her right now, but she's in her character.
Go.
You said go. You say something about a go.
He's clearing his throat and talking shit on Discord.
I mean, she also put over Bianca. You know what I'm saying? That was a great match.
WrestleMania,
Bianca putting over new talent.
All of their greatest matches was with her.
Oh, I got
That's a good point, Miss Out.
It's content for YouTube.
Good point, Miss Out. Did Angel give her a top 5?
No, she did not.
I did not. I think most of them, like I did love Brian versus Swerve. I really did. I loved that one.
All in
Hangman,
London?
Yeah, in London. I'm becoming a huge Kyle Fletcher. So anything Kyle Fletcher this year has been great. Especially when he shaved his head against Will Ospreay, like that man. Oh. Yes. So anything with that one. Takeshi and Will, yes. But I do like to give it to the women. Like I do have to say Willow really surprised me. Her and Chris, I loved it. So yeah, like I'm looking forward to seeing where Willow goes from here. I'm hoping, I don't know, someone kind of said that maybe Athena is taking Wrestle Dream, but I'm going to say maybe Willow will knock Athena to the side and kind of steal it and get her moment over there. So I'm hoping that happens. Let's see. I also like Brody King versus Darby. I kind of like that this year. Brody King is just a favorite, so he's great on the stage rocking it out, and he's great in the ring. So,
justice for Brody.
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Yes. Damn it, TK, get your shit together. Like you made me mad. Like Brody King for 2025. Ooh.
I love you.
House of Black. Yes, House of Black. Come on, Juliet's back. Juliet, my girl, she's back.
I love you, Willow. Oh, sorry. Come on, solo moment.
I can't with you too. But yeah, Ziggy, what is your 5?
All right, I'm gonna go with Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns.
Get the hell out of here.
Cody Rhodes versus KO. I'm just playing.
Mute this man, please. No more whoa moment.
Now, y'all pretty much said a lot of the ones that I said.
Let him continue.
Daniel Bryan and Bryan Danielson versus Will Ospreay is probably like my top one at Dynasty.
Yeah.
I got my notes up here. The one at Dynasty was crazy. Swerve and Bryan again. A lot of Bryan Danielson is on, I think, everyone's list. I kind of enjoyed the only WWE match I would put on here would be Gunther and Sammy. I really enjoyed that one. That's kind of hard hitting. I like that one.
Wait, they wrestled twice. The WrestleMania or the World Heavyweight Title match?
The one at WrestleMania.
What?
I'll go with that one.
He's a Rocky Balboa
that
film.
one.
Rocky Balboa film. Just let it go.
I like that one.
And he did the brainbuster.
And then I'm gonna go. Yeah. He did the top rope brain.
Wasn't that the actual best match at that Mania?
Was that the best match?
Sami Zayn versus Gunther. Wasn't that the best match at Mania?
I think that was like one of the best ones.
That was night 1, right?
No clue. I blocked that memory out of my head, all of it.
And then I'm gonna go Swerve and Hangman for a 5.
Good man.
Swerve and Hangman.
Any honorable mention?
Honorable mention would be Willow and Chris, right outside of a top 5 for me. That was
I would say Tony versus Mariah would probably be honorable mention too.
I think that's the if anything that made me crash out this year was the placement of that match. And in fact, me and Miss Up, was you on here when I crashed out on that one?
Oh, what they got mad at me?
Yelled at all of us though. All of us for that.
I crashed out on that placement because I understand what the match they had to follow, which was Ospreay and MJF. It been kind of puzzling, but still, the story that we got here, the character development that we got here.
It deserved a higher.
I wish that was a category. What match or show that we really crashed?
But remember, you guys were mad at me because y'all wanted it to be the main event.
We did, and they still deserved it.
They did not deserve to be in the main event with Bryan Danielson having possibly his last match. No way.
Well, first of all, I didn't think that they're gonna put the belt on Bryan.
None of us did. We kind of all thought it was. Yeah.
Tyrant's kind of short, don't you think?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't think they was going to do that. I think they was going to give Bryan a big house to retire in, since he didn't wrestle in the first all in London. He gave him the big send off, the big payday in that, but he wanted to retire at home. So give him the belt, let it happen. They could have gave him the semi-main event. I'm still gonna say that they could have gave him the semi-main event. Something.
Oh, it was a double main event.
Yeah, double main event.
What was the fumble of the year in AEW for you guys?
What was that?
Fumble of the year?
What was the fumble of the year? Either storyline or wrestler. Like, what was the fumble of the year?
Something that they did that you didn't agree with?
Undisputed.
The Undisputed?
Undisputed. And it's still irrelevant to this day.
Do you think that they could have fixed the Devil story, because the Devil story played part in the Undisputed thing? Do you think that if they should have fixed it somehow and made it to maybe somebody else?
It was already too late.
It was too late.
It didn't even matter.
Because honestly, I feel like if they should have kind of switched it and made it into Warlord being the Devil, since him and MJF had so much heat. But I know he hurt his knee, but still then it's the same thing. He hurt his knee, he's out for his knee. So I feel like that could have been phenomenal story between MJF and Warlord.
It would have made sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wouldn't have did that.
I agree, Steven. I'm a huge House of Black, Malachi Black. That is my guy, 100%. And they need to push them in 2025 for sure.
Yeah.
I think the biggest fumble to me, and I'm not talking about anything that's going on backstage or off camera or whatever, to me is literally just Ricky Starks. With no other information, is literally just Ricky Starks, because I think it all went downhill when the incident happened with him and Adam Copeland on the collision that day.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't. Yeah, that's probably it for me. I can't think of anything else that comes close to that. Even with the different things that you guys have mentioned, I think the fumbling of Ricky Starks is the only thing that I don't like, because Ricky Starks is a hell of a character and wrestler.
Shit.
What you got, Chris? What is some AEW could have done that you didn't agree with?
He said Undisputed.
Ricky Starks more than anything.
So I think Chris thinks Ricky Starks now. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, Ricky Starks. That really.
Everybody's scratching their head on that.
They
still is to this day.
That one, and they still have not gave us an explanation.
They're like, is he in trouble? No, he's not in trouble. They're like, what's going on?
He's not in trouble. He's healthy.
Everything they have done since November has been just trash when it comes to Ricky Starks, with him doing his indie shows and then pulling him from those indie shows. But yet Effie's whole podcast shit happened on November 17th. They didn't pull anybody from the shows around Thanksgiving. They didn't do any of that stuff. And then you turn around and you pull him everything from December. But then Jericho shows up, of all people, to a show where Matt is performing against Effie. Make that make sense. Either you're not mad at him or you're mad at him. But don't sit here and take, like I said before, bread from someone's table when they didn't do anything wrong to begin with. He's never spoken bad about TK. He's never spoken bad about AEW. The man wants to work. And if you're going to say, oh, well, he chose certain jobs or certain scripts he didn't want to be a part of, so did Malachi Black, but yet you still pushed him. You still pushed other people who have done the same thing. So again, I come back to,
make it make sense. Either you want him on your card or you don't want him on your card. There can't be anything in between. If you want him on the card, give him the work then. And stop taking shows away from somebody that is promoting you, who wants to work, who is willing to do everything.
Steven Miro. Excuse me,
Miro.
Miro's not. He's not in AEW.
Yeah, he got released, and for Willis, actually, Tony Khan gave Ricky permission to go there. Go on Chris Red Bleak. He told him. Tony gave him permission for that situation. Another fumble to me, and I said this earlier, I'm going to say it again. Why they took the belt off of Mark Briscoe and put it on Chris Jericho, especially doing the most cheesiest thing to get heat, bringing up Jay Briscoe's death.
You think that's a bigger fumble than Ricky?
No, it's not.
Well, there's just one of them. Okay,
it's one of them. If we do a top 5 of fumbles, that's number 1. Ricky starts as number 1.
I was told, I don't know how true this is. I was told the reason why is that they're going to use Ricky Starks for something, and they gave him Chris Jericho to throw him a bone. That's what I was told. Don't know. No, I can't guarantee that's what's going to happen. But the whole, from what people are speculating, the Ring of Honor TV deal is the reason why Jericho is champion, and the reason why he retained the title. So if they're actually going to get some type of deal or a show on Max, then I understand Jericho being champion. I get it, but
to sell a product to that TV network.
Yeah, but to have him show up on a show where Effie is when you're mad at Effie still to me doesn't make any sense, and it's a slap in the face to Ricky who wants to work.
Did they pull Ricky off of Hog?
I think he's still on Hog. I think he just was pulled off of everything that has to do with GCW. Because it was all of December, and I think one show in January, but it was all of December. And again, it just doesn't make sense. To me, like, there was no reason, because from the time FU promoted his thing on November 17th, which is on his TikTok, because I went back to look at it and I went back to see the timestamps, GCW had Bloodsport. You had at least 4 or 5 people on Bloodsport. You can't tell me, oh, well, that's because it's Josh Barnett's, and it still has GCW's name all over it. You still had plenty of time to pull those wrestlers and add new ones onto there to create a whole different new show for you. So to me, it contradicts everything. Oh, well, we're mad at Effie, what Effie said. We're mad at this. So let's pull Ricky. Well, you should have pulled every wrestler, and there's no excuse to have Chris Jericho show up to a show where Matt is wrestling Effie. No excuse at all. The same thing.
That's a good question, Steven. Where is Scorpio Sky?
Oh, I haven't seen him in almost a year.
Unless he's helping backstage, I haven't seen him either.
Was he injured?
Last time I saw him, he was doing an interview.
I thought he was injured.
And he was I think he did bring it. He was injured, but the last time we saw him on TV, wrestling wise, that's the last time you saw Ethan Page in AEW or Ring of Honor. I mean,
right. All right, everybody. So that concludes our show. Thank you guys so much for
what you're saying.
Coming on.
What you're saying, Miss Out? I can't hear you.
You're muted, sir.
What about the WWE fumbles? We always do AEW fumbling things. What's up with that?
They fumbled. I mean,
they don't fumble nothing over there.
Oh, okay.
They fumbled all year. 2024 is the whole year of fumble.
I got one. They still doing it to this day, putting the good stuff on social media and now on the show. That's a big fumble.
What's
put that on TV?
The actual fumble.
I
have a fumble.
AEW fumbling people is people not being on TV because they ain't no.
I got you, Miss Out. Missed out. A fumble for WWE is not giving Chad Gable the Intercontinental Championship.
Bam!
I'll take that.
There you go.
That's one fumble.
Who else ain't on TV? Who else ain't on TV in WWE that we want to see on TV? Because that's always the thing with AEW. All the good stuff that be on TV, and then somebody just finds some wrestler that's not even at the top of the card.
Here's another fumble.
About that.
They gave Jay Uso that Intercontinental belt for 28 days, which is a complete period cycle. And that was it. Like 28 days was his entire cycle of a championship, like completely trash. They turned around and gave Motor City Machine Pew Pews the belt right out the door. Why?
You can say guns. You can say guns.
Oh, guns, whatever. I'm used to that. You gave Motor City Machine Guns the belt. I don't understand it. Why? Their intro sucks. I'm sorry. That was a fumble too. You fumbled Carmelo Hayes from jump. Not only you fumbled him once, having him go against Cody, but you fumbled him again when he went against Cody for a second time. And then you put him up against Braun Strowman. That is complete and total trash right there. And there's another fumble. The entire Cody thing's a fumble. Completely agree. And I don't know. I think the only thing they're winning right now is with Shinsuke, because I love this new gimmick. So that's the only non-fumble, which I'm hoping they don't fumble type thing going into 2025.
Where is AJ Styles?
He hurt his leg. He's out. He has like the same injury as Adam Cole. Cole.
I'm not letting them off the hook. They have fumbled Shinsuke Nakamura.
Absolutely.
Now what
this
they're
year
doing now,
or just in general?
In general.
Okay.
What they're doing now is a step in the right direction. But 2024,
For how long?
he wasn't around.
Gotcha.
AJ Styles, 2024, didn't have anything to do. And then he came back.
Music.
Yeah, then he came back. They threw him in a feud in a short
got
feud
buff.
with Cody Rhodes. He got huge. They threw him in a short room with Cody Rhodes, and then he disappeared again. Nothing again. Then he got hurt.
And the biggest fumble is not allowing AJ to go to TNA to get inducted into the Hall of Fame thus far.
Wait, I thought
because that's straight bullshit. I think he had to put that out there to smooth things over, but I don't believe that for a second.
I mean,
because he is a staple. He is a staple of TNA. And that man deserves every recognition. Exactly.
TNA.
You know what I mean.
No, I was an early 2000s. I was an early 2000s TNA mark, bro. I love some Eli Cooper, some low key, all those guys on TNA. Christopher Daniels, Fallen Angel, Frankie, man, TNA, Samoa Joe, man, TNA got me through the early 2000s, bro. Good wrestling right there.
I'll never forget AJ winning that bout, going to his convertible, throwing it in the back seat, and driving off and saying "F you, Dixie Carter."
Oh,
Team Canada.
Period.
Team Canada. Man, people sleep on OG TNA, bro. Come on now.
What was
the beautiful people before they got all their plastic surgery?
Beautiful people. Angelina Love, Velvet Sky.
Yep.
Madison Rain.
I was shocked when I found out Velvet was dating Billy Ray. I was like, what?
What was
what?
Oh yeah, what was James Storm's tag team with the old boy?
America's Most Wanted.
Oh, AMW was great.
TNA, that's
Storm was lit. Oh,
I love that team.
And then Beer Money.
I love Hernandez, and what's his name?
Homicide. LAX.
The border toss. He just
Homicide just showed up in Ring of Honor.
150, baby.
Oh yeah. Right, I could talk TNA all day, bro. I love TNA.
You got any more fumbles?
There's plenty of fumbles like throughout WWE that we can say for this year. I mean,
I'm a TNA.
We can go on and on. Their pay-per-views alone were fumbles. There wasn't a good one at all. The only one we can say that was good was because of the crowd backlash.
Let's do this. Save it for tomorrow for the cookout. Save it for tomorrow. We're gonna do probably a morning one.
Have a nice day.
If y'all don't see me in the morning, then we'll do it in the afternoon. We'll do it about 5 o'clock Central or whatever.
I'm on vacation.
So
you better be there, Enforcer.
Oh, so you told on
in
this
the box.
Angel, you heard him, huh?
I said I'll be there. Did y'all not hear that part?
I'm
in the box.
6.
Now, here is where we're gonna get a little bit messy.
Oh boy, here we go.
You men love messiness, so let's go.
No. I'm talking about our next show. So our next show is the 29th. So yeah, I think we should be fine for next Sunday. So yeah, we should be good for next week. And that will be our final show for 2024.
Y'all hiring?
Say what?
Look at Ziggy. Ziggy's trying to get employment.
Man, off till January 6th, man.
No, I'm off. No, I'm off until the 2nd after Tuesday.
Come on, miss
yeah,
out.
Tuesday.
I'm off till Thursday, and then I have 2 days the weekend, that
Y'all got
Monday,
kicked
and then
out.
2 days.
Yeah,
We shut down for like 10 days every single year.
us too.
The entire
Respect that.
entire
Respect that.
company.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they give
I
us like
respect
Yeah, they give us winter break for like 1 week, so I'm good. I'm good with that. But yeah, where can they find you
This is
guys,
fun.
Angel and Miss Out? Where can they find you?
Wherever you're at, Chris, I'm at. So as your sidekick.
So that means that you can find her everywhere on
TikTok.
social media.
Yeah, TikTok. I'm on Twitter. I've like posted everything. So it's Secretary Angel over on TikTok. Just find me on the Heels4Lyfe page. Over there. We'll be there tomorrow. We'll be there for After Dark specials. Come and join us. We talk about everything from sex to relationships to life, to therapy, to what you men do wrong in the bedroom. Just saying.
Y'all out here.
We get stories, we get everything, but we do it all. So please join us for the cookout After Dark, and you'll see us.
Thank you, Angel. Miss Out, where can they find you?
You can find me whenever you think you have all the answers. I change the questions.
All right,
He likes to argue with you guys, just to let you know.
Oh, I know. He does it all the time. I get it. I know.
Yeah, I'm just on TikTok. That's it.
What the fuck? Shut up.
Not really, because my
NWA.
Facebook's on your Facebook, Mid-South. I just want to tell you that. It said people you might know.
He said, if you find them, you find them.
That's
right.
Cool. I friended a couple of people on Facebook. I just don't
communicate.
No, I hear that, bro.
You find us on Discord. We'll chat on Discord.
At Daddy Enforcer.
Good luck.
What you got, bro?
What do I got? What we doing? Final thoughts?
Plug yourself, bro. What can we find? What can we find you, bro? What you got going on? What projects you working on?
Projects,
bro.
Projects. I got something cooking for us for 2025. I'm working on it right now as we speak. Some content, some extra content, but you can also find me on TikTok, of course, Mr. Attention Getter. And if you want to talk about football, you can find me on Self-Made Podcast on YouTube every Tuesday. We talk about
the Giants.
No, we ain't talking about those damn Giants. Oh, but we're talking about all the NFL teams, all of them, every last one of them, and stuff like that. So
you're a Giants fan too?
Unfortunately.
I am so sorry.
I know. I'm so sorry
you
too.
And TL, I am so sorry.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna say it right here. If those motherfuckers don't pick
Cam,
right? They don't pick Cam, I'm gonna be a Steelers fan. That's all I gotta say about that. But yeah, on TikTok, where you could also catch me this week since I'm on vacation on the cookout, and I'm gonna keep my mouth shut when they talk about other stuff after dark.
No, you're not.
But yeah, that's about it, man.
All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow if you are following us on TikTok. If you're not following us on TikTok, I guess we'll see you guys next week. Remember to follow us, share the podcast, and like the podcast. So thank you for joining us for episode 276. This is Chris. Representing for the #Heels4Lyfe Wrestling Podcast. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, Mid-South, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.